Hey everyone, it's Tip Tuesday, and I've got lots of tips today because I know that some of you are still having challenges with, let me get my chair adjusted, with products. So I am just going to spend a little bit of time, actually quite a bit of time, going through products and how to use them so that you're not confused anymore. And you can always reach out to me, of course, if you continue to be confused, or I'm not going to touch on every single thing, of course, for every single hair type, and you're all different and lovely, and you all have different needs. So just reach out to me if you aren't quite sure what you should be doing with the products for your hair. I'm going to tell you what I do for my hair, and then I'll give you some tips if your hair is obviously different than mine, which is, fine and thin and, aging. But actually doing a whole lot better since I've been using the products for over a year now, and my hair has never felt healthier. It's manageable, it looks good, it's shiny, it's thicker, it's grown back in. So all those things are good things. So to get started, the first thing I want to talk about is the Rejuvenique oil, because many of you have it and you're not quite sure what you should be doing with it. And I keep recommending it, and you all go, what do I do with that? It came in my flagship, but I don't know what to do. So there are two types. There's the original Rejuvenique oil, the original one. And then and I'm sorry, the camera's backwards. I know, we'll just have to live with reading backwards the rest of our lives when we do video. And then there's Rejuvenique Light. And they have different purposes. I like the heavier one for my skin, my hands, for sunburns. I put it in my mascara. I put it all kinds of places. I use the light for my scalp and my hair treatments. If they came out with that, since my hair is fine, I actually love the light product. So what you're going to do with the oil, regardless of if you're using the original or the light version, is, of course, the pump works by pressing the pump, and then you get a full, you get a partial dropper full. And what you're going to do the night before you wash, and I recommend you do this, especially in the summertime, as the air in California at least is getting, drier and it's hot and we're in the sun. We want to do good oil treatments for our hair and our scalp. I'm not going to do it because I just washed my hair, but what you're going to do is put that in your scalp and depress the dropper, and do that a couple times on both sides of your head. Okay, so it's like whatever that portion of the dropper is, a couple times on your scalp. And this is for a deep oil treatment. This is not just your daily routine. So you would want to do this, I recommend, the night before you're going to wash your hair if you wash in the morning, or at least an hour before you wash your hair if you wash your hair at night. Okay, so do that. Work it into your scalp. Use your fingers, work that all into your scalp all around, and get it into your tresses by just taking your hands and squishing it in. Now, if you're doing this overnight, don't worry about, oh, my pillow's going to be all greasy. It won't be, because it's what happens with this oil. It's so cool. These are micro oils, and they're designed to go into your hair. They don't lay on top of your hair or on your scalp. They're going to be absorbed into your scalp, and they're going to be absorbed into the core of your hair, which is where the nourishment is needed. So don't worry about that. Get it, work it in before you go to sleep, and then within, 15 minutes or so, you'll find that, oh, it's not really greasy at all. Okay? Do that the night before. Then you're going to wash and go to your wash routine. So washing, whether you use one or two types of shampoo, I use two, and I'm going to talk about that. So my first wash is the Intense Repair shampoo because, like I said, and many of you that know me know that my hair was thinning. It's still, it's always going to be fine, although it is getting some volume because of the next product that I'm going to show you, but those are all good things. Intense Repair, I keep using this as my first wash. Okay, we're going to wash twice, first wash. And for my hair and my length, I actually use a little bit more. Oh, let me tell you one more thing. Shake the bottle. Because almost all of our products have the Rejuvenique oil in them. You just want to give it a good shake. It's all emulsified in there, but just in case things have settled or whatever, give it a good shake. Just like that. It doesn't have to be intense. All right. For my hair, I use probably about a quarter size. Okay, that's it, guys, for my hair, quarter size. And then you're going to make your hair really wet. You want to get it super wet. And then I also get my hands wet, which I'm doing right now. So you take your hands, you emulsify that in your fingers. Okay, get it all emulsified into water. Remember, our products have not a lot of water in them, so you need to add the water to make it get sudsy. I know some of you freak out, it's like, it doesn't suds. And it might not the first wash very much. Totally okay. It's still doing its job. All right. Then you're going to work this into your, once again, not doing it, my hair's clean. Work it into your scalp. Okay, rub all over your head and then squish into your ends. Don't rub and scrub and, make your ends all crazy. You don't have to, some people put their ends, and rub them through their fingers like this. They do, that kind of thing. Don't do that. Don't do that. It creates friction and breakage. So just squish whatever's left over in your hands or work through your, through your scalp into your ends, no matter how long your hair is. And don't worry about if you have super long hair or super thick hair, you may find that you need just a little more. You're not going to need that much more product anyway. Still quarter size. Okay? And just work on your scalp and then squish it into your ends as best you can. I have a bowl of water here with a washcloth so I can rinse my hands off and dry my hands. Okay, then that sits on your hair for, 1 or 2 minutes. Wash your body, wash your legs in between, doesn't matter. Then rinse. And I don't really know if it matters if you rinse in cooler water or hotter water or do whatever makes you happy. I know I can't stand in the shower and turn on the cold water. And I've seen different research on that. Some people say there's no research that says rinsing in cooler water is actually better for you. Whatever. I didn't go look and see if there is research on that, but just so you know, warm water in the shower is great. Okay, then your second shampoo, rinse really good. Same thing, keep your hair really damp and wet, super wet. Second shampoo, so I use the Revive shampoo, which is the volume shampoo. And shake it up. And then my second wash, I use a pea-sized, guys. That's it. That's all. Little pea-size amount. Once again, I get it wet, emulsify it. My hair's really wet. Get it emulsified in my hands, which means, just mix together with water to make it shiny and white. And then work it through your scalp, work through your ends. And the second wash, you should actually suds up and lather quite a bit. But once again, focus on getting on your scalp and the hairs that are around your head, and then work it in through your ends, no matter how long or short your hair is. Okay. Then rinse really good again. Then what you're going to do is squish out as much water, squeeze out as much water out of your hair as you can. Okay, just standing in the shower, just, squish it out so that you have the least amount of water in your hair so that your conditioner and your mask can actually go into your hair. If you have water in your hair, into the shaft of your hair, it will prevent the products from going deeper. Okay, the next step is the mask. Whatever mask you have or use or like works. For my hair, I just need this much, just a fingertip full, probably even a little less actually, like that. Okay, squeeze as much water out. I spread that through my fingers and then I squish it into the ends first. So this is opposite of what happens with the shampoo. So ends, and then I work my way up to my scalp. So this one, and this product sits in your hair for 5 to 15 minutes, depending on the kind of moisture that you want in your hair. In some cases, some of these are hydration. So whatever you're working on to repair your hair, just put that in there and let it sit. Do other things. I usually shave my legs, shave all kinds of body parts while that's waiting and sitting there. Sometimes I'll get out of the shower, and if I really want to let it sit for 15 minutes, I'll just get out of the shower, put a cozy bathrobe on and do my nails with my Color Street nails. A shout out to my pal Melissa, who's my Color Street consultant. So if you're interested in Color Street nails, just let me know. I can hook you up with somebody who is a consultant for Color Street. So there's a little plug for Melissa. All right, mask is in 5 to 15 minutes, and you're going to rinse really well. Here's the thing about the mask. Sorry, I'm making my hair a mess now. So the mask, you do not want to use this more than once every 4, 5, 6, 7 washes. It's got good protein in it, which your hair needs. But if you over proteinize your hair, it can actually cause it to get brittle and break. So don't use this every time. I actually use the mask like once a month, maybe twice a month, depending on the weather and what's going on with my hair. If I start noticing my hair is looking a little, frazzled at the ends, and not because of split ends, just because, it's dry, then I will do this, and I'll think back, make sure I haven't overused it, but I tend not to. I tend to go every 2 weeks with this treatment. So don't over mask your hair. Okay. Even though we love how this makes our hair feel, you don't want to use it too often. Okay. That's the deal with the mask. All right. So if you're not masking, you would go from shampoo right to conditioner. I use the volume conditioner, obviously. Once again, I only use for my hair that much. Little tiny bits, probably in nickel size. Okay. I have squished out as much water. Squeeze out as much water as you can from your hair again. Work the conditioner in through the ends, and then as much as you can, you're going to leave this in. You actually don't even have to leave it in very long. Like the directions don't even say leave in at all. Some people say 1 or 2 minutes. Do what works for you and your hair. Work that through to your ends, just your ends at this point, right? We're just doing ends. So your hair that doesn't touch your scalp, you're going to use your conditioner through that doesn't touch your scalp. Then at the end, I take my wet brush and I work through the ends, and then I move it up to my scalp. So I am getting conditioner on those hairs that are close to my scalp, but I'm using the wet brush to work it through and also comb out any tangles. Okay. So wet brush, if you don't have one, they're about $10. Get a wet brush. I love this thing. Great little tip. Okay. Wet brush it through, rinse really good. Once again, cool water. I use cool water just because I do. Once again, the research, not conclusive about that. I could be wrong. Someone could correct me, and that's okay too. All right. Rinse really good. Then you're done with that, and you're going to put your hair in a towel designed for your hair. So those little wrappy towels. Excuse me. I need a drink of water. Instead of a bath towel. Bath towels have really large loops on them, which can actually cause friction and damage and breakage to your hair. So get a towel designed for your hair. I know I've told you that before, so that's been a tip another time, but just a reminder to do that. If you are someone who uses the black shampoo, which is the 2-in-1, so the 2-in-1 shampoo and conditioner, same thing, wash twice. Okay, wash and rinse, repeat. Not much to say about that other than a lot of my women folk who actually use the 2-in-1. Remember, this was designed originally as the men's line, and so men really like it, but I have a lot of women who really like the black shampoo, and they find that it doesn't have enough conditioning for them. They follow up with either a rinse-out conditioner like the volume conditioner or the Intense Repair conditioner, whichever one, or some of them even do the leave-in conditioner. So if you're one of those folks that doesn't do the rinse-out conditioner and prefers the leave-in, then you would want to, you're just going to wrap your hair and then in your hair towel, and then when you're getting ready to style, you do leave-in first, right? Your leave-in conditioner, just a small amount. I don't use this. It's too heavy for my hair, but a lot of people like this. Another great tip with this as we're entering summer season is if you're going swimming in the pool, and you want to protect your hair from chlorine, you can actually pre-treat your hair with the leave-in conditioner prior to swimming. So just work it through, your hair can get your hair damp and put the leave-in in, and then this will actually kind of protect, act as a little bit of a buffer to not allow the chlorine to get into your hair. So good little tip with the leave-in conditioner. All right, now you're headed to styling. So all kinds of products with styling, but let's start with Rejuva-Beads. So if you are a person that uses the Rejuva-Beads because you have split ends, you don't trim your hair very often, you have long, hair, and you want to protect it from those split ends, Rejuva-Beads always goes first before any other styling product. So just a small amount, Rejuva-Beads, you just need, a couple little pumps, depending on how long your hair is. In damp hair, work that through your tresses, and only from like here, like only where those split ends are and down. Don't get this on your scalp. Okay, it's gonna you're treating your split ends and mending them by just doing from here down, which is where most split ends are. They're not on your scalp and your new hair growth. Okay, Rejuva-Beads, that's that. All right. Some of you may be using the Intense Repair treatment to regrow your hair in addition to the Intense Repair shampoo and conditioner. Treatments, once again, I give it a good shake. This is water-based, so I'm even going to spray it on. So you just, spray it on to your scalp. Couple spritzes, that's it. I put it where my problem areas are. I have a little thinning back there. And then just work it through in your fingertips. That's it. Easy peasy. Okay, and it will dry, and I actually do this, twice a day, whether I'm on in between washes, so I haven't washed my hair, so in the morning and at night if I'm working on regrowing, and then I style as usual. So Intense Repair treatment. Okay, then if you blow dry or use a curling iron or a straightener or any of those kinds of things, there's 2 different heat treatments. So if you're just blow drying, the blowout cream is perfect for that. And you don't need much. Again, for my hair, I just use that much. And what I do is I work it through my fingers and I turn my head upside down and then I just scrunch it through my hair. Okay, I find that I had to experiment with this a little bit because I found initially I thought it was too heavy for my hair, but I was just using too much. So be sure it's always better to start with a smaller amount and then work your way up if you need more. But the whole goal of the blowout cream is to protect your hair from heat. Okay, but it will only protect your hair from heat from a blow dryer. You can also turn your blow dryer down. You don't need that much heat once you use the blowout cream anyway. You'll find that your hair dries faster once you start using that. The other heat protector is the Thermal Product Styling Shield, and this is for folks who use curling irons, flat irons, any kind of those iron things where you're putting intense heat on your hair. Once again, it just takes a couple little pumps. You don't need to do it. A couple little pumps, okay? And then, like I said, 2 little pumps, and then just work through your hair, just ends. This one, you just do ends down wherever you're primarily using that flat iron, that curling iron. Okay, Thermal Shield. If you don't blow dry your hair, but your hair needs some help to, look smoother, to control some frizz, there's a few things you want to use. You want to use Frizz Fix if frizz is your problem. I don't have that, so once again, it only takes a small amount of all these products. So a little bit of Frizz Fix will go a long way to fix your frizzies, or you can use the air dry cream, and some of you use that. But once again, takes a small amount, just like the blowout cream. You don't need that much of the air dry cream. Work it through your hair and let your hair air dry and you're good to go. If you're working on volume, there's a couple different things you can do. You can use the Reshape Root Lifter, which is what I use. Once again, this is a root conditioner. Give it a shake. You spray it into the hairs that are closest to your roots. I'm not going to do it because I just have that Intense Repair in there. Okay, Root Lifter, will help give you some volume. The other thing that you can do, especially if you're a curly girl, if you're one of my curlies, you want to use 2 products that will actually get your curls to stay in place and to give you some body and lift in your curls. So you're going to use the Restyling Instant Sculpting Taffy, just a little tiny bit. So I put that in my palm. And then you're going to use the Moxie Move. Just give it a shake, a couple pumps, and you're going to work that together, okay? Make that Moxie Mousse and that taffy, mix it together, and then work it through your hair and your curls to give yourself some lift and really define your curls. It will help define your curls really nicely. I guess there's a new product out that's only for you product right now. So some of you that got a product in May or a shipment in May may have gotten the gel, and people that are curly are loving that product. I have not tried it, but right now, of course, it's only for you. So if you want to grab that, if you have curls or not curls, but if you have waves and curls, people that are actually wavy or curly are loving that product. That really is giving flexible hold and defining the curls in a way that no other product that we have right now has done. So that's a little tip on that. All right, I think we're at the close to the end. Oh, last little bit, and then the dry shampoo. I think you all know how to use dry shampoo, right? But once again, this dry shampoo, it does have the Rejuvenique. I'm just combing that intense repair through my hair. The dry shampoo does have the Rejuvenique in it, so you want to make sure that it's got that, agitator ball. You can hear it. Give it a really good shake. And then your champ is just going to go around. Usually just all you need is just a couple spritz around your face, right? Wherever you have some oily places. But those are going to be the ones where you spray it the most. Work it in. Just let it sit. Let it sit a good 2 minutes for it to kind of really absorb the oil that you're working on absorbing, and then you can style as usual. Okay, I think that's it. Those are my big tips on how to use the product. Once again, if I still didn't answer your question or you're still confused about something, let me know. You know how to reach me. Multiple channels here on Facebook. You can messenger me, or you can, most of you know how to reach me via telephone. Give me a call, send me an email. Just a shout out. Have a great day, and we'll talk to you next time. Bye.